Hey y'all, it's Andrea with Sucs For You in Houston, Texas, and this is my first video all about Aeoniums. I have, had some learning experiences with these guys in the past, and yeah, let's talk about that. So true story, I didn't buy any of these. I have 3 different friends that sent me cuttings, and I gave up on Aeoniums a while ago, so as they kept coming back into my life, I was like, oh gosh, okay, we're gonna have to give these another go. And luckily I've had more luck with these than I've ever had before with Aeonium, so I feel like, I'm now qualified to be able to make a video on them and tell you why I wasn't having luck, why I gave up, and the things I've, done to actually have success this time around. So I believe these are all Aeonium arboreum, and then the ones with a little bit of purple are Aeonium arboreum of atropurpureum. I think that's how you say it. And these all came to me either at the beginning of summer or midsummer when they were dormant. And as cuttings, you can't expect roots to be put out very fast when a plant is dormant. So, I already knew, there was a chance I was going to lose some. So what I did is I took a chance and put them in water. So we started water propagating them to try and get the roots going, and had a lot of luck with that. And they stayed alive, and they've been in water. Some of them since maybe April, and then some since, well, okay, let's say May, and then I got some more couple months ago, so right in the middle of summer, and I had already started seeing roots on the ones that I got earlier summer, so I was like, I think I can do this. And let's see, these are some of the newer ones I got, and they're already putting out a lot of roots. And you just want to change the water every now and then. I don't talk about water propagation very much because I think it's better for you to try getting roots naturally, just so you have those like tough soil roots. I have a feeling that, these roots are going to help hold the plant over long enough, keep it alive long enough to put out, actual dirt roots, soil roots. So some of them have a lot and some of them don't have any. That's interesting. So we're going to pop them up and hope that they're as happy in dirt as they have been in the water. So I have a little piece of screen, a terracotta pot, and my soil mix. And here's something interesting I haven't talked about yet. I went to the dollar store and I was looking, the plant section is right by the pet section, and I noticed that, they had, and I've heard people talk about it before, there's this bag of cat litter there, like a Blue Ribbon brand, I believe. And it was made out of 100% diatomaceous earth. And that's the stuff people always talk about, DE. That's the stuff people always say helps, with insects and pests. And supposedly it's made up of these little fossilized critters. And it's supposed to, like, slice up soft-bodied insects and stuff like that. I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't had any luck with using DE for that. But it's also, it retains a lot of moisture, that's why they use it as a kitty litter. And it's white, and it was $1 for like maybe a 5-pound bag, 3 pounds, something like that. And it's been doing really well so far in my mixes. I did a little test on the diatomaceous earth. You can see it's really white. I put it in a little pot and put some water on it, and then let it get really wet, and then just did like a crush test, and it crushed completely like a little piece of wet clay would. And but then after it dries out, it hardens up again, so don't crush it. But don't squeeze your drainage materials. So this one I've had actually potted in dirt with this little troublemaker, the woolly senecio. I always kill those too, but they've been happy together, and I'm gonna start with this one. Let's put him to the side and put you back together. One thing Aeoniums do is when they're dormant is, the lower leaves will start drying up, and that's perfectly normal. And a lot of times they will close up too, but these didn't really do that for me. Like the petals will kind of fold in. They probably weren't getting enough light where I had them in the kitchen, but again, I was more trying to keep them just alive. So we're gonna start just removing the lower leaves. Okay. Now it's got some good roots. I really can't remember if I had this in water or not, or if I just kept it in dirt the whole time. I am pretty sure that I did water propagate it before putting it in the dirt. So these are good, strong roots. There we go. Same with this guy. Just pull off the lower leaves that are dry. And tuck it down in the dirt. Just a cute little tequila bottle. This guy doesn't have roots yet, so we're gonna leave him in there. Save a little spot in the pot. Maybe about a week or so we'll have enough roots. So this is one of the newer cuttings I got from my friend Kathy. The stem is shorter, so I'm gonna add a little more dirt. I like doing the bigger plants first, because you can adjust how much soil you need in your pot as you go. Add some more. Let's see. Here we go. Here's another guy. And I think those last two, they're gonna need more time in water. Like I said, we'll leave some space in the pot for them. Should be plenty of room. It's got one little root on it. I'm gonna change this water. Just need enough water to cover the end of the stem. There we go, just like that. And then let's put our little woolly senecio, the cocoon plant. This is another one that I have a lot of trouble with, I mentioned, and as long as you treat it like an Aeonium, I guess it's happy. Maybe that's the secret. That's cute. I hope y'all are happy here. Normally after repotting, I don't water, but I think because they were water roots that I need to go ahead and just give them a little drink so those roots don't dry out. Well, I'll focus it on, I'll get a little more. I'll focus the water on the plants that I water rooted and let the other guys just kind of rest until tomorrow or so. That's probably enough for now. So I think the reason that I'm finally able to keep these dudes alive is simply the fact that I've killed them in the past. I figured out why and I tried again, and that's all part of the succulent experience. I'm gonna hold out and putting a top dressing on here for now, but Aeoniums are really cool. They taught me a lot about summer dormancy and what I need to do in Houston if I have a summer dormant plant. And they're from the Canary Islands, and it's like year-round. It's between like 65 and 75 degrees, and that's like fall and most of winter in Houston. The rest of the times it's so hot. So I understand, and I'm gonna give them a shot outside, as long as it's as long as it's not too cold. And then probably by May of next year, that's when our summers really start to pick up, and then I'm gonna bring them inside or put them under a grow light or something. They are monocarpic. That means if a rosette puts out a flower, that rosette will die. So that's all I've got on Aeoniums for this video, but yeah, we'll report back and give you guys an update on how they're doing here. And you know, I do think I get them now. So we'll see.